everyone. Again, I'm Jodi Eamon, and I'm so happy to be talking about smiling today. It's one of my favorite pastimes is to smile. And I have a lot of teeth and a very big mouth, and so I smile often, and I did have orthodonture done when I was young, so I can't take the credit for my straight teeth, but smiling has brought a lot of things to my life. And one of my readers recently asked me about smiling, and so I figured I'd jump on a scope and try to talk about it for a few minutes. Now, there's tons of research on smiling, and I'm not a researcher myself. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experience with smiling, but also just let you know, just go on Google and be like, studies about smiling or why smiling is good. And there's just tons of stuff. I just checked. There's tons of stuff. And some of the major reasons why smiling is a part of my life is because it absolutely eases stress. And this is physiological. It physiologically eases stress in our life, in our body. So it helps on the cellular level. It helps the cells relieve the tension, and your body feels more relaxed and calm just by smiling. Just by smiling. Just by changing the muscles in your face and changing your stance will change the calmness in your body, will have your body release that GABA hormone, and that GABA hormone helps decrease those stressful hormones, those hormones that come out when you're anxious or make you anxious, like the adrenaline and the noradrenaline and that cortisol that just hypes you right up and it causes a lot of problems. We want to calm them down, and smiling is a great way to do that. But another great benefit to smiling is relationship, and we're all here, we are social beings, and we're all on this earth wanting and longing for relationships. And so smiling either initiates these relationships or sustains the relationships that we're in. And so if say you're walking through a store or walking down a hallway at a school or at your office, and a coworker, thanks for all the hearts, and a coworker smiles at you. And if a coworker smiles at you, what kind of message does that give you? It gives you the message that you're accepted. It's an acknowledgement of your person. It makes you feel like they're noticing you. And that's really powerful for us, as humans. Like, a lot of what pushes us down and makes us depressed in life is when people devalue us, are mean to us, or tell us bad things about ourselves, because we're doing that constantly, telling ourselves bad things about ourselves. So if you're just walking along and someone smiles at you, it's like acceptance of your being, right? They're approachable, they accept you, you're valued in the world, just valued in the world. And this is so important to us, it makes us heal. So when you smile at somebody else, you're beginning a relationship with them, that telling them that they're worthy and they're special, and that's why it makes them be more attracted to you. It makes them want to connect and be friends with you, which is exactly what we're looking for. How to smile at somebody and let them know that you're interested and you're open to some kind of connection. And it could just be a little hello, or it could eventually develop, if you're working together over time or in school together or somewhere over time, it could develop into an actual relationship. So what stops us from smiling, I think, is fear, maybe, or sometimes we're in our own head and thinking about all this worries that we have, and thinking about all the things that we're afraid people are judging us, and we're afraid of this and we're afraid of that, and we don't smile. We walk down the hall like this. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And nobody comes up to us. We end up coming across as aloof. Like, no one knows that we're insecure or self-conscious. And no one knows that we're shy. Everyone thinks that we're a jerk or above them or something like that. So they're misinterpreting that, and they don't approach you. But if you walk down the hall like you're approachable, you're somebody that someone wants to get, that makes someone feel good. And if you're somebody that makes someone else feel good, they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to spend time with you and be around you as much as possible. And so this is what smiling does for our life. When we smile, people smile back. So if we're decreasing our stress hormones by smiling, and then someone looks at us and they can't help but smile back because we got those mirror neurons, those neurons that make us kind of mimic what we see. So we're smiling, and then someone smiles back at us, and they're going to feel good. They're going to feel that value that I was talking about, but they're also going to feel that physiological effect that I was talking about that happens when you smile. So, it's a sign that you're trustworthy too. Just a sign that, so it's a sign that I'm valued, it's a sign that you're trustworthy, and all of a sudden I'm feeling good and I didn't even know why. And so that's how you connect with people, and that's why smiling is just so important. So if you're having a bad day, smile. Stare at yourself in the mirror. That's a Traytech. It's an ancient Indian exercise to stare into your own eyes into the mirror. And you could smile at yourself in the mirror, and you could feel that happiness loop begin to go, and it could create more happiness in your life. And so it's really important to do. I'm just looking at my notes here because I took a few notes. I think I covered everything. One more thing this article that I read said was it increases creativity. I'm not really sure. Thanks for the hearts. I'm not really sure how it does that, but hey, I'm so for creativity. I feel like that's why we're here, and it's really important for us to feel good about ourselves and our life if we are involved in something creative. And there's so much stuff that could be considered creative. A lot of us are really blocked by a lot of self-consciousness, fear, low self-esteem, or all that stuff, or just that self-doubt that's in everybody's head, and that's what I do, is I aim to try to push people back past that and get them feeling better about themselves and about their lives. And I have tons of videos on YouTube that aim to help people with this. Again, my name's Jodi Amen, just like my handle. You can find me on YouTube under Jodi Amen. You can check out my website at jodiamen.com. Come hang out with me a little bit more, but I'm so happy to give you this Periscope and talk about smiling today, and I hope you go out and turn your day from crappy to happy just by doing this. Now, we all know how to do it. My kids and I always joke about that, and we think that is the funniest thing, but it's so easy. We all know how to lift these muscles up. And sometimes you could smile and it's not really going to your eyes, It's like, it's a fake smile. And then you could smile and it's your whole face, like you feel your whole body. It's a different smile, right? It's a different energy. So practice your smiles and have a lot of fun with it. And I will catch you next time on Jodi Amen.